the thing is how we know whether it's karma or whether it's a choice. Like in this case, it was a conscious choice. I wanted to go and have a little fight. How I know it's not conscious and it's still machinery running me is when shit just happens. Like I just find myself, I'm here again. How the fuck did that happen? I didn't choose it and just hop, landed in a situation. Well, that's the machinery. There's the unconscious engine that just runs on its own 24/7, and it just puts me in that position even though I consciously don't want it. But you know, this thing also, and this is for everybody, is you really need to be willing to let go of, you need to have enough of your own story. Like this is your karma and you're living it. You're creating it because at some place of you, you feel you need it. You need that experience. Well, this helps you remove it. No, doesn't help. This removes it. But only if you, like, you can bring it back in. Like you can remove this completely and go out and seek the same situation and then fall back into the same trap. So that'll tell you that you still, for some reason, want to go through, you're not done experiencing whatever you're experiencing. So this is not, like the attention is the master and the energetics will just follow. So this is the energetics that removes the charge. But if I choose to go back in there, I'm the master. So then I will choose my karma again. So this is not God. This is just the engine, the machine that removes the energy. But my attention, my wish, I command. And so in this case, I command release. And through doing this type of breathing, I command freedom. Equally, I can go back into my life and command fucking shit. And guess what? Shit will happen. So this is not, don't trick yourself. This is not like, oh, I've been doing it, nothing changed. The reason nothing changed is because you don't want it to change. So this has to go hand in hand. Understanding that I command how life is. I choose my experience. But this is just, if you like, this is like a hoover. What we're doing now, it's a hoover. We are hoovering out the energy, we're cleansing the energetic field. And that works. But that's just a hoover. The hand is pushing the hoover, it's still, it can go and start sucking more shit and, you know, plugging into more drama. And so then the bigger picture of this whole thing is, first I hoover it out, and then I look at myself, I observe myself in life. How do I act with people? How do I, with my life, what do I do? And because now it's much clearer, it's less, I'm less, these energetics, when they're tight and before I hoovered it, it's a well-oiled machine. It just runs on its own. It's a habit. It just happens. 24/7, it just happens. So I cannot even see that I'm doing it because it's unconscious. It just happens. So through doing this hoovering process that we're just learning now, I release the machinery. Machinery just gone. And then I need to live and to see how do I then tend to pick up the same dynamic, which would look like, say, I have a dynamic with someone in my life that annoys me. And the reason I pick them up is because at some level of my being, I feel like I need to be annoyed. I need to feel anger. I need to feel battle. I want to feel that energy of conflict for whatever reason. So here I hoover it up and I release. It will be on the right side, the anger and the resentment and so this is now, like for you, is like empty space and empty space. And I go out there and I see someone annoying and I might find, annoying person, like smile, I want it. I still want it, fuck. So then I can go there and have another fight, have a little thing. But this time I'm conscious. I'm choosing to go there. It's not unconscious machinery that takes me there on its own, and I just find myself. So the thing is how we know whether it's karma or whether it's a choice. Like in this case, it was a conscious choice. I wanted to go and have a little fight. How I know it's not conscious and it's still machinery running me is when shit just happens. Like I just find myself, I'm here again. How the fuck did that happen? I didn't choose it and just hop landed in a situation. Well, that's the machinery. There's the unconscious engine that just runs on its own 24/7, and it just puts me in that position even though I consciously don't want it. So that's how I know it's karmic. Karma just means this machine is running me. That's all it means. I don't have to live it. We don't have to live karma. But in order to stop living it, we need to hoover it up first and then stop fucking doing it again. So karma is just an engine. And track is set and the engine is heavy and it goes woof, 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 woof. It will just, inertia will carry, and this is why it just happens again and again and again, because of this weight of inertia, of long habit. And so the difference between conscious living and unconscious living, or living out of choice, or living karma, is that if it's karmic, I just find myself, oh fuck, how did I end up here again? The same relationship, fuck, how the fuck? And the conscious one will be, I see this and I want that. I want to go and have a little and then I go and have a little and then thank you very much, and then I go and do something else. It doesn't pull me back in. This is the freedom. This is the conscious living. This is the beauty of why we do this work, so that I choose if I want this or if I want that, rather than having to have this and 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 having to have this. Fucking hell. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's what happens. And so then this whole beauty of work with ourselves is we live karma, and it seems like this, like mea culpa, there is nothing we can do about it and we just have to live a karma and, oh, it's my karma, I'm helpless. Well, not really. But until we know this, we are helpless. And now we're getting less helpless. Now we have a Hoover that can clean it up. So there is really, it's so simple, this whole system of life and the whole system of why we keep reliving the same situations, why we keep ending up in the same fucking shithole. And then I tell myself, oh, I still need to bang my head in a wall a few hundred times before I get it. But I can also get it just now, like, oof, that hurts. I don't want to do it again. Okay, let's breathe. And then brick wall comes again. Now I see, no more. So again, it's amazing how simple this whole system is, this whole humanity and being a victim of life. And then the best thing is pride. Wow. I'm so proud to be hard on myself. Some of you can relate, some of you maybe not, but you're proud of some other things. Pride is like, I want to be human. I want to feel, because I'm so important. I can feel. Wow, okay. And so they just feel. And they go through drama after drama, and they're celebrated, and, oh, you're a celebrity, you can act such a beautiful drama, I can feel you, you're so human. And this pride of being human, it's amazing. And that pride, this feeling good about drama, is the reason, that's what we're addicted to. So the reason I carry on doing my drama, the reason I carry on being a victim to the engine, is because I'm addicted to the chemical, to the feeling of feeling good. The pride feels good. The energetics are pleasure, 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 pleasure. Ooh, I want pleasure. It feels good. Ooh, I want pleasure. Oh no, this feels bad. I don't want this. I don't want this. And so the engine pulls me towards what feels good. For some people, pain will feel good. For some people, food will feel very good. So much pleasure. Oh, so much pleasure. Huh? Pain. For some people it will be sex. Oh, sex, feels so good, never enough. The whole lifetime goes, and just like, And there is nothing wrong with any of it. The only thing that it's wrong is that it's a trap. It's a never-ending loop. It's just never. It will never stop. It cannot stop on its own, and you won't stop it because you like it. You like it. You're addicted to it, and until you get it, you won't stop it. So the engine will just go from lifetime to lifetime, from relationship to relationship, from one dish to another dish, from one woman to another woman, from one man to another man. It's just, and this is, and and when I got it, it's so simple. The mechanics of it are so simple to stop it. It's just simple, but I didn't see it because I didn't understand how it works. I was a victim. I still am victim to my own pleasure of being a victim, for me personally. And I'm looking at it now. For me, like the big one is, like martyr and sacrifice, Look at me, how great I am, I can sacrifice myself. And I'm kind of shaking my head, like I hurt myself twice, like I have a black eye because kiting I smacked the water really hard. And the 2 days before then, kiting again, I clicked it was terrible. Anyway, basically twice I hurt myself in last week. And I'm proud about it. Like, look how much pain I can take. And when I say it to people, it's like pride. Look, I got hurt. I mean, it's twisted fucking insanity. Why on earth would I want to be having pleasure and being proud about hurting? That's insane. If I see someone else is hurting, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Hey, wait, just like, don't hurt yourself. I do it because I'm addicted to the feeling good. It's twisted, it's completely fucked up, but it feels good. It doesn't feel good because this hurts, so this doesn't feel good. What feels good is being a victim. Look at me, how much I can take, how much pain I can take. Pride. Pride feels very good. I'm so important, I'm so strong. Such a masculine, strong man. I can take so much pain. So, head gets it, the body hurts, and it disables me. I can't kite, I can't sit. It hurts like a motherfucker for days, and I have a black eye. So that side of me is conscious, and it's saying, what the fuck are you doing to yourself, dude? Like, just stop hurting yourself. You can still kite, but you don't hurt yourself. But this other side, which is unconscious engine, it's pulling me in that direction because I'm addicted to being a martyr. I'm addicted to being a victim. I'm addicted, like this pleasure is the motherfucker. So what I'm doing now these days is I'm breathing out the pleasure and the addiction, this like feels good. So the subtle vibrations, which are like, yeah, look at me, yeah. So this is what I'm breathing personally. That's my process right now. So for you, we all have different things that we are addicted to, but we are always addicted to just the sensation in the body, not the result hurts, like I'm in pain, my body is in pain, this hurts like fuck, this hurts. But that's almost like not important because it's overrun by overwhelming feeling of self-importance, pride, look at me. And then everybody else feels sorry for me. Oh, you hurt, yes, I hurt. It's, yeah?
Especially in this case of kiting, because it didn't have one purpose. It's your freedom, pleasure, kiting. That incident happened. You told me about it. I don't feel like, look how, I have blue eye, and there I didn't see that.
Because I told you this yesterday, this happened last week. And I was proud, telling the first few people I told it to, I caught myself there, and you're fucking proud. That was like 5 days ago, 4 days ago. And I'm telling you right now, which is already at the end of, not at the end, it's still there, but for me it's current, where I realized that I'm actually proud about pain. Because first,
You can't avoid the situation, right?
Huh?
And you can't avoid the situation happening.
no, but this is the whole thing. The unconscious engine, it was so strong, it is still so strong in me, that I needed to create, it will create a situation where I hurt, so that I can be a victim, so that I can feel proud about, look how strong I am. I'm this warrior that comes from the battle full of scars, look how strong I am.
Kiting.
And I use the vehicle, my body, my subconscious engine, use the kiting as a vehicle to give me that experience.
So will you stop kiting?
No.
No,
Do you think that your conscious self
wait,
will never have an accident again in kiting?
this is beside the point. Accidents do not exist. My subconscious, but wait, this is not an accident. I created it. My subconscious engine of wanting to have the experience of being a victim and a martyr and being this hurt warrior creates an accident. Accident didn't happen. It wasn't an accident. I created it subconsciously. The reason we call it accident is because I'm not conscious that I caused it, but because I can't fool myself and I know the system of karma and this engine that I'm talking about, it wasn't an accident. I created it. Does it begin to fall into place?
So let's say a master never will have again any accident
Yes.
kiting.
If a master doesn't want to have an accident, then it won't. But you know, there's so many levels of spirit. So I don't know what someone's deep design is. Maybe somebody got born with a design, by design, I want to have an accident. Like for example, I have a friend, Paradox, he's a fucking amazing poet. He ended up losing his leg. They amputated his leg. Because he jumped over a rock, he went to Mexico, he jumped over a rock with kids. There was some kids jumping in a river. I said, I need to do it. Jumped, hit a foot on a rock, and ended up amputating his leg. Afterwards, he said that all of his life, somehow he had this idea that at some point he's not going to have a leg. But he didn't think about it before. It wasn't, he just afterwards, oh my God, fuck, I knew it. That kind of thing. So consciously, of course he didn't know, but I don't know what master's design is, because we're all individual. We all come here pre-programmed. We choose what kind of experience we want to have. So I don't know on the soul level what somebody chooses, but what I do know is that if this engine runs, it will not stop on its own, and it will cause whatever I designed it to do, it will do it. It doesn't need my help. And to me, if I'm unconscious, it will seem like an accident or chance. It just happened by itself. I ended up in this relationship all on its own. I have another accident all on its own. I didn't do anything. I'm just a victim.
That's exactly what I'm asking, because I think the accidents happen. The question is, do you look at it, oh, I'm poor, I have an accident, or I'm proud, I have an accident. It just happened. So
I don't really think that things just happen. I really don't think so. You know, it's always by design, whether I can see it or not. This is my deep belief. So I don't know. We create our life, like this is super, super powerful. And this spirit that I am knows way more than I do right now. But this is beside the point. What we're dealing with here is we're dealing with the engine. We're dealing with stuff that we can help ourselves. So I can help release, hoover up
the energy behind it.
everything. And so I can clear up all of that and keep it clear by daily practice, so that there is no karmic pull. There is no, it's choice. I live out of choice. Now this doesn't mean that the choice, as far as I can envision. But it doesn't mean that there is some other level of choice because I'm super huge, and we all are, a level of my beings that I'm not aware of right now, that still by design needs to have this experience. I don't know that. But I do know that humanity will stop and superhumanity will begin at the point where I hoover up all of my karmic automatic responses. That's human. Superhuman is when this is cleared up. So it's 1, 2, 3 is cleared up, chakras. And then from the heart up, it's choice. I live out of choice. But still, I'm not aware of the whole almightiness of me because I'm in a human body, and human mind, however amazing and beautiful and enlightened it is, in comparison to the rest of me, is tiny. So I don't know what the rest has planned, but I planned it just before birth or simultaneously, whatever. So let's just for now stay in a human level and work with a karmic response and the 3 meridians. Let's learn how to clear that up, and then we'll see what life feels like when that's clear. But the addictions are the first to clear, and that's what we're talking about now.
We connect on kite surfing.
Yeah.
When I'm kite surfing, it brings me pleasure. It satisfies me. It brings up some kind of different energy.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with it?
No.
Or so I think people often, let's say Gregory, have an addiction to be touched. For sure, he can realize that addiction. I think it's something about safety because somebody touched me.
I'll give you, so let's stay with kiting. So there is nothing wrong, and I love kiting, and this is why I do it. I do it every windy day for various reasons, because I get more from it. The question, that's not the point. The point is, can I leave it and not do it and still be as happy as I am today? Yes or no? He can't, because he's addicted to it. So if I didn't go kiting and I felt unhappy and unloved and life is shit and miserable, but only when I kite I'm so good, that's addiction. Can you see the difference? We both kite and we both love it, but when I don't kite, I'm still as fucking good as I am when I'm kiting. I kite it because I like it, but when I don't kite, I'm still good.
Difference, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the difference. This is the addiction part. So of course we're here in a human body to experience life, to have a fucking most amazing life, and to do things that we like doing. That's why we're here. Otherwise, why the fuck am I here? Could be on Mars or somewhere. So we're here to love life, but not to be addicted to it. Because if I'm addicted to it, I'm a victim to it. I can't let go. And that's the thing that keeps me in the loop of karma. Well, it's only not so simple because you identify as this body. And you're not this body. You only have this body. And this is where we're going. This training is, we are kind of beginning to resonate away from identifying with the body, or I am the spirit in body, which is more like it. So if I see myself, and it's just a point of focus, if I see myself as a spirit in body, so I just have this body, I live in this body, because I came down here to have the human experience. So like, spirit, let's say it's like this almighty, huge, fucking potent, powerful, almighty thing. It's you. And at this point down here is here. So this dangling little body, marionette, is just tiny fraction of who you really are. And yet you're telling me here, but I am this body, the tiny little marionette, against this almighty spirit that you are, is trying to convince me that you are this body. I don't believe you, because it's bullshit. It's so shallow and it's so tiny, and yet it's so important. And it's so important because we come down here to have human experience and have this human experience as many times as we need until we wake up to the fact that we are not this body and we are not this emotion. We just fucking have it. And it's a very low level, very dense level of existence. Point of life. So then invitation is to stop seeing yourself as this body. I have this body. I'm so proud of this body. Okay, then be proud another 10 lifetimes or 100 lifetimes. It's okay. No, nothing wrong. I'm doing it the same. We're all doing it. But at the end of it, we're not. This is what I mean. Is like the responsibility part. The weight of responsibility is that now you know this body. You can bullshit yourself that you are, but you're not, and nobody will come to save you. Well, you need to start training to see yourself as energy. Just that. Your energy. This body is just energy. It's dense energy. Like voice is energy. Emotion is energy, a little bit denser than the voice. Emotion, when it comes, is a little bit more dense. And physical body is a little bit more dense than the emotion. It's still energy. So if you just stop at I'm energy, which you get, and then start working with energy. Start working with yourself as energy. So what that means is that when I ask you to look at what's behind, what runs what energy we as humans interpret as emotion, because now you know your energy, well, it's kind of, it's like that. That's the kind of energy. And then just focus on it and breathe it out. Let go of that density of energy, just expel it out of this energetic field until it's not in there anymore. You're still energy, but this time it's just going to be a little bit less dense. It's just going to have less density in this energetic field. And then you're going to live, and something else is going to happen, and you're going to start responding again with whatever bubble. And then you just focus on a bubble, and then go behind the bubble. What runs the bubble? What is the bubble made of? It's made out of, okay, focus. And then what's left? Oh, eyes more open, even less density. And you just run like that. And this is the process that we're in now. The training here, and this is why it's kind of advanced, because it requires some level of awareness. Or ego is rising again. Look how important we are. We're already advanced. Proud. Breathe that motherfucker out as well, you know. It's just, I mean, ego is it's fascinating, isn't it? It's so intelligent. Yeah. It's like these veils that just come so like elegantly, like shoof over you, and before you know it, you're sitting back proud. Fuck. Yeah. It's incredible, you know. It's phenomenal. The whole ego thing. So find the position that you can just relax. It's not going to be long, 5-10 minutes at the most. Just find the stillness in the body first. If you need to micro adjust your body to like your balance, so it's really kind of minimum muscle involvement to sustain your posture. And then start listening to sounds. Sound of my voice, sound of AC, any other outer sound you can hear. And then start listening to the inner sound. Maybe your mind talking to you. Maybe you can hear your breathing, or your stomach, or your heart. And then start listening to in between, the silence. Look for the gap, for that spot where no matter what sound is there, you can just stay unaffected, quiet. And then start observing through your head the spaciousness within that solid, relaxed, stable body, and this silent, quiet space. You just start observing the actual space, expanding that space between your ears. Just like letting go and opening the space. And then place your attention anywhere in your body, literally anywhere where there is any kind of movement, any kind of energetics, any kind of emotion, any kind of strong thought pattern, anything really that it's moving, and it will be moving, like it can be moving like micro movements, but it will be like that's also movement, or slow waves, long waves, short waves, anything you can, anything current, and just watch it. Or if there is nothing currently going on, you can bring a situation to your mind, to your awareness, situation that you want to deal with, so a situation that carries that kind of strong movement, whether it's emotional or mental, or, and just look at the situation or look at that person in a mind's eye. And as soon as you start focusing on it, it will start having a reaction in your body. It will become alive, so to speak. And so then just observe the energy that moves that picture, that animates that object, that animates that thought, that animates that emotion. Don't get emotional, and don't run with like a mindfuck with your story in your mind. Just look at it like you're looking at someone else. Observe. It's like when we did the body work yesterday, when somebody puts a finger on your body somewhere, and they ask you to focus on it, This is what you're doing right now with your attention in yourself. You're focusing on a particular aspect of yourself that is as real as when somebody puts a finger on you. And just watch it for some time. Give yourself time. Really get to see it super clear. Be with it, sit on it, become it. Don't act it out, just really feel it. And then once you locate it and you experience it, and with your breath, you're going to go and drop a drop of ink. So you're going to breathe, you're going to let the energy of breath spread like a little virus. It's going to spread through that experience, through that energy. It's going to collect it. And when you breathe it out, it's going to be like squeezing from the base of your, like from somewhere base of your spine towards the top of your head. You're going to squeeze your spine and push up. And you're just going to expel that energy out of your body, all the way through like a chimney pipe that goes like a black smoke, that goes all the way through the spine towards the head and out of the head towards the heaven, if you like. So we do this with the mouth closed. It goes through the nose, you breathe out, and it sounds like... And as you breathe out, you push it through the top of your head. So connect with it, feel it, let the energy of breath go into it, and then just expel it. And then observe the difference from when you started breathing it out and now when you finished. There has to be like before and after picture, if you like. There has to be a difference. If there is no difference, all it means is that you haven't really dropped an ink into it, but you kind of you missed the glass and the ink went somewhere else. So focus on it again, look at it again, give yourself some time. And then again, breathe into it like when we do the body work. So in this case, your attention is the finger in the body work that somebody put on you. So right now you put an attention to whatever you want to breathe into. And then you bring your attention, you focus your energy of breath to it, and simply breathe it out. And then after doing it for a few times, you observe it and to see if there is still there. If it's still there, it means the root of it still exists, so then breathe more. Or if it's gone, simply sit in that open space, in this emptiness. And allow it to integrate. And then when you get to the stage of integration, start doing what we did yesterday morning, observing your breath going in and out. And just being super soft with yourself, super quiet, and very alert. And just watch the breath going in and out. Follow it as deep as you can through a windpipe, in and out. Feel its texture, feel its temperature. And keep feeling your body, any other energy movement. And if there's something that you want to breathe out, just drop and into it with your breath and expel it. Can be physical tension, can be emotion, can be a thought.